Are you familiar with GIFTY or IFSC? It's supposed to be India's version of Singapore. The recent budget has given yet more concessions to GIFTY in terms of people, whether it's NRIs or resident Indians who are investing in GIFTY. In fact, there is two huge provisions, huge tax exemptions that have been given to GIFTY. One of those existed even before the budget. One new massive tax exemption for ULIPs has been given in this budget. So to explain that, I have my colleague Aprajita Sharma with me.
Hi.
Aprajita, do you want to take our viewers through?
So this is very interesting update. So usually when you buy a high premium ULIP policy or a high premium endowment policy, then if your annual premium is more than 2.5 lakh in ULIP and 5 lakh in endowment, then maturity proceeds of these insurance policies get taxable. But if same policies, if they are introduced in GIFTY, then you don't have to pay any taxes on it. No upper limit to the premium amount. So even though your premium amount goes above 2.5 lakh in ULIP and 5 lakh in endowment, you won't have to pay any taxes.
So I just want to take a pause here and just think about how mind-blowing that is. You could have NRIs investing 50 lakhs, 1 crore, 2 crores, right? There is no upper limit. It's
correct. It's all tax-free money.
And they don't have to pay any tax when the ULIP matures. And the ULIP, for those who don't know, is a unit-linked insurance policy. It invests in primarily the stock market. Like it's very similar to a mutual fund. So you get the gains of the stock market and you don't get taxed.
Correct. And earlier it was also allowed for Indian investors also. But here the thing is that NRIs can invest just anything, no upper limit to that. But if resident Indians are investing in it, then you do have LRS limit of $250,000. So you do have that limit. And if you will be, but the thing is that resident Indians, if they are investing in it, we have no clarity whether their money will be tax free or not. If we go by memorandum language and if we read the finance bill, then it's not clear. So even insurance industry is seeking clarity from the government.
Yes. So just to break this down, if you are a resident Indian but you invest in a ULIP which is not in GIFTY, if it's a normal ULIP, then those limits of 2.5 lakh premium, they do apply to you. But if you're investing in a GIFTY ULIP, and by the way, this is very new, it's nascent. Aprajita will talk about how much has been launched so far. But if in the future you invest in a GIFTY ULIP, then the maximum amount that you can remit for this kind of investment is $2.5 lakh. And what is ambiguous is that going to be tax free for you or not? For NRIs, it's pretty clear. For residents, there is
some. For residents, we need to wait and watch what the finance ministry clarifies on it. But for all these kind of ULIPs, there is this condition that the premium amount should not be more than 10% of sum assured in the policy. Meaning, if your maybe sum assured is what 10 lakh, then the premium amount should not be 10% of 10 lakh. It should be below 10% of
so below 1 lakh essentially in this example.
Correct. And all these funds are mostly dollar denominated funds. So far, only 2 insurance companies have launched funds. One is India First Life Insurance. They have their ULIP called WealthWise. And in this ULIP, this 10% of SA condition doesn't apply, as in they will have to amend the product to go ahead with the new provisions. And the other fund that we have in GIFTY is by HDFC Life. They have their US dollar education plan. So far only 2 ULIPs have been announced there. But yes, going forward, we believe that more such products will surely come in.
Yeah, I mean, if this tax loophole continues, it's going to really take off.
Correct.
Now, already there is an existing favorable tax treatment for mutual funds in GIFTY, and I'm using the word mutual funds, but actually they are alternative investment funds or AIFs, which means that the ticket size is a lot higher than a standard mutual fund in India. And this tax favorable treatment is only for NRIs in those GIFTY AIFs. So these are called inbound AIFs because they collect money from NRIs or foreign investors and they invest in the Indian market through GIFTY. So this is how the flow works. The NRI invests money in the GIFTY AIF. The GIFTY AIF feeds into a domestic mutual fund, a domestic scheme. For example, HDFC mutual fund got approval for 6 such feeder funds, including HDFC Balanced Advantage Fund, just as an example. So essentially, you would be getting exposure to the underlying domestic mutual fund, and you will not be taxed because of this structure. So on this the provisions are pretty clear. Residents cannot invest in these inbound funds. There are outbound funds that you can invest in. They don't have these special tax benefits. Before we finish, I think there is one note of caution. There's always a lot of mis-selling that happens with ULIPs, and our concern is that if this tax deduction, this loophole continues, then there is a risk of even more.
And with the underlying funds that they offer in ULIPs, they could very well be investing in India also. So could be dollar denominated, but investing in Indian markets.
Correct.
So other investors are paying long-term capital gains, short-term capital gains, but in these funds, no long-term capital gains.
So you and I will be paying long-term capital gains tax on the same Indian market returns, but an NRI will not be paying. Of course, they can be taxed in their home jurisdiction, but there are countries like UAE, Singapore, where capital gains tax is not there or very low. So they will definitely reap the benefits.